In New Testament terms, to have an exodus is to get out of the world. However, without the picture in the book of Exodus, it's difficult to say just how we are to get out of the world. Even to talk about it without consulting the picture may lead us into confusion. How we thank the Lord for the picture and the ministry we have today to unveil this picture to us. Please stay with us for this live study of the Bible with Witness Lee, a program furnished by Living Stream Ministry and featuring the ministry of Watchman Nee and Witness Lee. Witness Lee served Christ for more than 70 years before going to be with the Lord in 1997. His life's work included a thorough life study of the entire Bible, and today's program again brings us to the Old Testament book of Exodus, and Ron Kangas is here as we look at the exodus of Israel out of the tyranny and enslavement of Egypt. Welcome back to the program, Ron.
I'm glad to be here, in particular for this message. We're talking about an exodus from the world depicted for us graphically in the book of Exodus. The way this picture is presented in this message is very illuminating and very compelling. We need to realize that experientially, many believers today have experienced Christ as their Passover. God has passed over them. The blood of the Lamb has redeemed them from the righteous judgment of God. But they remain in Egypt, still needing to make an exodus so that God's purpose to have a dwelling place can be fulfilled. If we care only for the benefits that come to us through salvation, we may be content to remain in Egypt with Christ as our Passover Lamb. But if we care for God's economy, not only will we make our exodus from Egypt, we will be burdened that all of God's people be released from Egypt and to serve God and to be one with Him for the building up of the church as His body, to consummate the New Jerusalem. It's with this latter matter in view that we're burdened to enter into the fellowship and the ministry of today's message from the book of Exodus.
Well, you alluded to a couple of the items that are present in this portion. We do have the Passover that is such a graphic depiction of our redemption in Christ and more, and then another matter, and that is the actual exodus, the getting out. Let's join Witness Lee with our first portion today.
Following Passover was the Exodus. It means today in the New Testament time to get out of the world. But it's not so simple. Without such a picture, how to get out of the world. I can pick up all the verses from the New Testament concerning the world. And I can expound, I can tell you all the points of all the verses concerning the world from which we have to get out. But still, you don't get a picture. Now, here is a picture. The Exodus from Egypt for the children of Israel was not accomplished by themselves. It was accomplished by the saving God. First of all, God comes in to subdue Satan, to subdue all the things, all the people who take side with Satan, even the subdued environment. By that time, in that night, the environment, the situation was fully subdued by God. They had to get out because through those 12 negotiations with 10 plagues, God subdued Pharaoh, Egyptians, and the whole Egypt situation. The entire environment was made by God just for them to get out. For God's chosen people to have the Passover, that's not